Welcome back. This Christmas break is over, and we are back in the beach bunker, back in the beach house with more food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. If you missed the first two shows of the year last week, allow me to say Happy New Year and welcome to the beach house. We've got beach chairs set up for you, and we're ready for a fun show. First full week of the new year. Welcome, welcome. We could have a prime ministerial resignation coming this week. Oh, we're watching that closely this morning, but of course the big story is the weather. This past weekend, it was incredibly cold. We do have an extreme cold warning in effect, and we'll get to those details coming up. Also, New Year's resolutions. How are they going? So far, so good. What people have resolved to tackle in 2025, and how we can make those go smoothly and not painfully. Top baby names of 2024 for Manitoba are in. Also, the Golden Globes were last night. Do you care? Well, you might want to know who won some hardware. We'll take a look at some of the folks who won some hardware because it might be a new show for you to stream, and we're always looking for that. And we're always looking for goofy costumes, goofy get-ups, and how people were dressing at these award shows. It's so bizarre. It's kind of fun. I have to admit, I don't care what people think of me. I like to see what they wore so I can make fun of them, and we'll do that too. The Littlest Hobo makes an appearance on the show today. Yes, the German Shepherd that would go from town to town in the 70s and 80s in this country. Very popular TV show, and we'll tell you why The Littlest Hobo is in the news this morning, as well as 13 weight loss snacks you might want to put in your lunch bag or your lunch box or your lunch kit to start the year. The unexpected foods, there's 10 of them you can actually bring through airport security. I bet you didn't know a couple of them. And the best ways to get your bags to arrive first at the baggage claim. If you're going on a trip this winter and you want your bags off that carousel first, there are some tricks, and we have got them for you coming up on the show this morning about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Now, the good news is roads are generally in pretty good shape. The bad news is we have an extreme cold warning in effect. Not quite as bad as what we had over the weekend. That's number one. It is really cold, but not as bad as that mid-minus 40s. We're at minus 28, feels like minus 35 at the airport. At the beach bunker, it's minus 29. It feels like minus 33. So, in other words, it's just really cold. Now, roads are good and clear. There's very little wind. Thank God for that. It would be much colder. And as far as how your week is looking, our first week back in this new month, there is a reprieve coming Wednesday, high of minus 8. -4 by Thursday. God, what a pendulum swing. And then -8 on Friday to start the week. So we got a couple of cold days to start the week, and then we'll end strong. So expect a daytime high of -16 today, which actually won't feel too bad, and we might see some light snow in the forecast too. Here's a look at our air temperature map from across the continent. Whoa. Look at that. Shooting it down into the States, almost into Oklahoma. Good morning, Kansas. Oh, your cars aren't going to start in Kansas. Boom. Courtesy of Canada. Courtesy of the governor of Canada. There you go, Kansas and Oklahoma. Oh, they're not used to those temperatures, I'll tell you. Yeah, the pink, obviously not all that good. Let's see what the wind chill's like. See if they got it too. Yeesh, that's always fun. California and Florida, not much cold weather or wind chill to speak of, but it is what it is, and our radar is looking clear, so it's smooth sailing again, except for that cold. We have no word on any school cancellations or postponements, of course, because it's the first day back after the Christmas break. And again, if you didn't have a chance to join the show last week, allow me to once again say Happy New Year. I hope that you had an awesome Christmas break, a wonderful holiday, lots of food, lots of friends and fun. As we get into our first full week together, let's see who we can welcome aboard in chat. For the first time in 2025 on a first full work week, good morning to you. Hope you had a great weekend. Will we have a prime minister resign? The Globe and Mail is reporting this morning, front page, that there are 3 sources saying that this is the magical week. Now, question is, will it be warm enough by Wednesday to have a parade? I don't know, -8, we could have a parade. There may be fireworks. There may be food trucks. There may be a national holiday involved with this. Of course, we're on top of that for you amongst many of the other things happening all over the place. 2025 is going to be a bit of a crazy year. I'm just going to say this off the get-go. There's going to be lots going on. And for these 2 hours every morning, we're going to try and at least, keep our finger on the pulse of some of the stuff going on. And more importantly, we want to be able to have a conversation about what's going on. Some coffee and conversation about the happenings in the world, about food and fun places, and there'll be some mayhem. Oh, there will be. Tosh and Road Reverend in this morning on Twitch this morning. Tosh in early, 4 o'clock in the morning, excited to get those kids back into school, back into learning. Next long weekend for us isn't until Riel Day, and that's a ways off. That is mid-February, like President's Day in the U.S., although there's Martin Luther King Day in the U.S., so they do have a January long weekend. We don't. We need one. We should have a January long weekend. I think it's one of the only months we don't have one. Zumba Bernice is here on Twitch. Good morning, Zumba Bernice. Sharon Pierce is here too on Twitch. Hey, Sharon, MJ, and Cindy, good morning and happy Monday. Welcome aboard. Janine is here on Facebook. Good morning, Janine. Good to see you. Nick is here too on Facebook. Good morning to you, Nick. Brianna is here on TikTok. Good morning, Brianna, along with Vivian. And we've got Polar Bear here as well on Twitch. And Richard is here. Good morning. Heard Trudeau is stepping down. Best thing that ever happened. Well, I think that while it is an encouraging thing, we knew 2025 was going to be a great year, big turnaround year. Things are going to happen slowly. I am not a patient person. But I can see that there's going to be delays on the horizon. He may prorogue Parliament, he may cause delays, but he is on his way out the door. Unfortunately, this is going to take a while, and so will our turnaround and recovery, and for things to pick up and prices to ease and life to get better again. So this is a good sign, but I will throw myself under the bus first when it comes to patience, because it's like, okay, he's gone. Woo! Life returns to normal. Is it 2019 again? No, when's that going to happen? No, it's going to be a ways away. But you're right, Richard. Loretta's here, too, on Facebook to say good morning to everybody. MJ says, love the kids, love the kids. I love the... I love my kids. I love my kids. Get back to school. Get back to school. That's okay. That's how it is. Back at it today. Cleaning up the boxes, cleaning up the Christmas decorations, cleaning up after the holidays. Pants don't fit quite as good as they used to. Clothes are a little tight. I hope they are. That's a blessing. We had too much fun and frivolity, getting back into the routine as we welcome routine. Let's welcome it. This what day is it doesn't cut it anymore. What day are we on again? What What day is it? It's a Wednesday, Saturday. Jody Kaslik is here on Facebook. Hi, Jody. Molly's here too on Twitch, and Sharon Walters. Hi, Sharon. And Funk76 and Tony on TikTok. Good morning to you. Quinton's here on Twitch. Good morning, Quinton. Cindy says we're lucky here. It's only minus 19, feels like minus 25 north of the Parkland area. Mohammed is here. Hey, I met Mohammed when I was up doing the show at the Elkhorn. Good to see you, pal. Just finished my shift. Hey, well, have a safe ride. That must have been fun this past weekend in that incredible cold. Although the spa is a good place to be when it's any temperature, really. Good to see you, Mohammed. Happy New Year to you, pal. KDD 4380 is here on Twitch. Barry is here on TikTok. So is Darren. Good morning, Darren. And Barry and Ray Miller. Hi, Ray. Good morning. Tosh needed a boost yesterday. She was in a panic and got it finally going. Boy, it was one of those weekends where, man, the cars were screaming at you. Hey, oh, and then nothing. That's a good test on the battery, was that weather this past weekend. Nick says, we've had parades in colder weather, so if we need a Trudeau resigns parade, we can do that. Okay, that's good. That's good. Trev says, good morning. We're having a parade. Yay. Everyone wants a parade. Okay, let's just breathe. Let's not get too excited. Derek says, even with it plugged in, the van wouldn't go this morning. Oy, oy, oy. Battery. That's a battery issue, hey? But that was 2 winters ago we had that. Except it's like at the mall parking lot. It was oh, great. Then you got to get a new battery dropped in there, and knock on wood, it's been pretty good. Sharon says would rather have an election versus him stepping down. That's true. Beggars can't be choosers, but you know what? At least we're on the upswing. 2025 is here, and we're on the upswing. Positive vibes. And you know what I think it is because, 2020 was awful, and then it was a pandemic of 21 and 22. And just like when we talk about Wednesday being hump day, I feel like coming into 2025 is like the decade hump. We're kind of like, Happy New Year's 2025. Now we're coming down to the back half of the decade, right? And this is the good part. This is the good half. It's the good half. Rhonda is here. Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning, and stay warm. Oh, no doubt about that. Yuki, Christmas Eve today. Is it really that fast? I thought it was okay. Then what am I supposed to say? Christos Christaisia, or something like that. I think I got it right. Oh, man. Yeah, I think that's how you're supposed to say it. Now the battery's only a year old. Oh, my gosh. It's the van. Oh, sorry about that, pal. Sorry about that. Tosh says she got her oil changed over at Murray's, tested the battery, and tested good. That's a good thing to do when you do get your oil changed over at Murray. There's a sponsor mention for you before we even get into the show. Our friends at Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express, the official oil change of the Tyler Glen Show. You know what? They'll get that oil change for you, get your filters, show you your filter while you wait, and even do a quick little battery test for you. Say, yep, things are A-okay, so that when you have these cold weather starts, you've got some fresh oil in there, good battery in there, filters are all good. You know what I mean? Good peace of mind. Doesn't help if you forget to plug the car in, though. That's a big problem. But if you've plugged the car in and you're good to go, off you go like a turd of hurdles with our friends at Murray's, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Tyson's here on TikTok. Good morning, Tyson and Sean and Michael and Jen. And Andrew Hanna's here, too. And Mavis is here on Facebook. Good morning, Ryan is here, too. Oh, I did nail it. I nailed it. Ryan says I nailed it. Slavihiho is how you're supposed to... Slavihiho. Slavitit... Okay. See... I'm only half Ukrainian, so you have to kind of, I know Metro. 5 golden rings of kubasa, 4 holubchi, 3 better hair, 2 rubber boots, and a bowl of sour cream for me. But see, that's in English, so I can do that. Slavitaho. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. The block heater might be gone, Derek says. Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. Pierogies for everyone, says Nick, celebrating Ukrainian Christmas. Yes, we are a bowl of sour cream for you and me at the beach house. Sour cream for all. Yellow Jacket is here. Good morning, Yellow Jacket. Nice to see you. My car starts no power steering. I'm going for the make of the vehicle every time it gets cold. Oh, I had to cab it to work this morning. Or you fight it. Probably not the safest thing to do. Not the safest thing to do. Kay is here on TikTok, and so is Perry. Hi, Perry, and Jacked Up is jacked up for Monday. Let's get to yesterday's good thing. Let's do it. Yesterday's good thing. What happened yesterday or over the weekend that was awesome? Tosh, I think your good thing is that you got that help to get that boost that you needed so wonderfully, and that is a good thing. Our friends at Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba, you've always got time for Tim's on a day like today. A nice hot double does the body good. How about a triple, a 4x4, 5x5? Well, even if you like your coffee black like me, and a nice big hot cup, boy, that is a great way to start the week. It's like jet fuel for your brain, and it is gasoline for a positive attitude. There are 10 Tim Hortons locations so that you can sneak into the drive-thru, get yourself one of those beautiful breakfast sandwiches, or maybe lunch today, a flatbread pizza, a wrap, a sandwich. They've got it all for you, Tim Hortons. But boy, coffee does the body good on a cold Monday. You've always got time for Tim's in Brandon, Verdon, Neepawa, Dauphin, and Moosomin. At the Elkhorn Resort, Clarso Nordic Spa, as Mohammed said good morning to us, I'm reminded that they have got a very busy January coming up. And I want you to just remember this. They've got some comedy coming to the Elkhorn on January 25th. They're calling it the Powerhouse Night of Comedy, featuring Troy Toridian, Serena Shane, Scott Porteous, and Herbert Henrys. Tickets available online at Eventbrite or through the QR code on their Facebook page. And really cheap tickets. Early bird, 2 tickets for $35. General admission is $20. However, guys, it's an 18-plus show. I was going to say 20-plus show. Doesn't make sense. 18-plus show. So big comedy night at the Elkhorn on January 25th. So mark that down. They've also got a creative evening of painting and fun. One of those paint nights are on their way. And, of course, they've got live entertainment at Buffalo Bar every weekend at Elkhorn Resort in beautiful Clear Lake. And at Sunrise Credit Union, as interest rates continue to come down, please keep our friends at Sunrise Credit Union in mind. They can help you with your mortgage needs. Maybe you're looking for a car loan. Maybe, like Derek in that van, maybe it might be time for new wheels. Like not brand new wheels, but maybe just some new wheels. Remember our friends at Sunrise Credit Union because they've got great deals on auto loans, mortgages, and more. RRSP season is also quickly approaching, so check out sunrisecu.mb.ca. That is Sunrise Credit Union, 19 locations across southern Manitoba. Yesterday's good thing could be the entire weekend. Molly says, good thing from the weekend? Hung out with some family, boyfriend, sister, on Friday, Saturday, got shit-faced, and then yesterday hung out watching old music videos. That sounds fantastic. I had a nice family weekend too. It was not all joy though. I had to attend a funeral on Saturday. It was my uncle Eugene passed away, and I was in Rossburn pretty much most of the day on Saturday. But something like a funeral that is a somber occasion, an occasion for respect and remembrance, is also an opportunity to get together and visit a little bit with family, and some of the family I didn't get a chance to see over the Christmas break. So, it was a beautiful day. My uncle Eugene, it was interesting because just an awesome Ukrainian guy that had to have pierogies and sausages instead of pierogies and kubasa instead of sandwiches after, and shots. So you gotta love a guy like Uncle Eugene. Shots, pierogies, and kubasa. That's the way you gotta do it. And it was wonderful to see the family members I did, even though it was a somber occasion. There were hugs and laughs, and it was that was my good thing from the weekend. And the sun was shining, even though it was cold as balls. Oh man, driving conditions were good Saturday, and it was a beautiful drive through. That's not the Parkland. What do they call that? The 16 corridor, the 45 corridor. KDD 4380's good thing. Water stayed on all day after the city saying that it'd be shut off for repairs. Was off on Friday until midnight. Well, I'm glad you got some back again. Ryan claimed the Justin Trudeau, his GT is the Globe and Mail report that Justin Timberlake is sticking up. Justin Timberlake, what the hell? Justin Trudeau is stepping down. Maybe Justin Timberlake is too. I don't know. My brain is frozen. Justin Timberlake. I got JT on the brain. That's the problem. I'm an idiot. Okay, settle down. All right, Tosh says, GT, oil change Sunday, friend boosted us. Then spent some time at the Y. All is good. Kane and Stowe had a busy weekend with kids hockey, which was pretty awesome. Good morning, Rosebud and Stacy and Dylan. How was your weekend, Dylan? GT, for those just joining us for the first time, type in GT and then dash. Tell us about something good that happened over the weekend. Usually pretty good. Or usually it's you can kind of incorporate everything that happened over the weekend. It makes it easy for you. Sharon says that Uncle Eugene was a neighbor. Holy cow! Well, it's a small world. I mean, this whole area, we're all related. I think we should just change this to the Tyler Glen Show to we're all family. It's the family. We're all cousins. We're all related. Yes, Sharon, he was a sweet guy. Absolutely. A Yellow Jacket GT. Hubby drove me to work all weekend and then picked me up in a nice warm vehicle. Got your own personal Uber. Wow, Tosh, that is so cool. You lived in Cloverdale and didn't live that far. You see how small the world is? You just don't know. That's why you got to be kind to everybody. Being mean to somebody, that could be your cousin. That could be your long-lost relative. Don't we want to be kind to family? Lots of good things. That's great, especially on a cold weekend. Had some delicious. I ordered some pizza this weekend, which doesn't happen very often, and it was nice to not have to cook. And I felt I gave a nice tip to the guy at the door because he was like, "Here's your pizza," and it's it was definitely not a great weekend to be outside. Although I'm sure some were. Cindy said that GT, even though Saturday was extremely cold, we fed cows, and I didn't feel the cold at all. Well, you can dress for the weather. And, as many say, you can always dress in layers. These people who come from other countries, right there. I'm always curious to know. So how are you dealing with the cold? Well, you can at least put more clothes on. Okay. You can at least put more clothes on. I don't mind taking clothes off. Not during the show. Clothes will be kept on. Oh, thanks, Tasha. Thank you. Yes, he certainly was. A wonderful family. It was great. Nice little... nice visit, and like I said, thank you. My headlights are... That's what happens in the cold. That's what happens. Did anybody watch the Golden Globes last night? Does anybody really even care about the Golden Globes anymore? Well, we're going to take a look at some of the fashion that hit the red carpet. It's always fun to make fun of the fashion at the Golden Globes. We've got that coming up after the first beach break. Manitoba's top baby names for 2024. Any guesses? Top male and female baby names in Manitoba. This is exclusively for our province. They've come out with a list of the top baby names for 2024, where there are a lot of Sams, a lot of Joes, a lot of Toshes. Was there a lot of Cindys this year? What were the top baby names of 2024? Ty, what happened with the Vikings? Sorry, it seems that there's some kind of error in that chat. It says... what happened with the... Hey, listen to me. Okay, we're going to talk real briefly about the Vikings last night because they got blown out by Detroit. And that's on purpose. It's by design because you don't want to spoil the party. Listen, Detroit, they're kind of like a northern neighbor to Minneapolis. You know, we're all in this kind of this northern conference, and you got to be kind. You can't win them all. And you know what? We're in the playoffs. The Vikings are better on the road anyway. It's going to be okay. Even if they had won last night, it's kind of a big fat nothing game. I know it'd be home field advantage, but you know what? The only games that matter are the playoffs. That's why I don't start watching hockey for about another month or two, because as soon as the playoffs start coming around, that's when the wins matter. So, you know, the Jets were winning they started the season, there's 50 games in a row that they've won. And I'm like, well, that's great. But the 50 games in a row that you really want to win are the ones at the end of the season, because then you win the big prize. So it's all good. I'm kind of happy for Detroit fans. In fact, consider that my Merry Christmas gift, Ukrainian Christmas, to Eric Zane. He's in Michigan. My pal Eric, he's probably super excited this morning. I got a couple other buddies that cheer for Detroit in North Dakota. Should be Minnesota fans, but I don't know. Maybe they moved, whatever. Enjoy the win. Enjoy the win. Vikings will do great through the rest of the playoff run. Okay, here's the top baby names for 2024 in Manitoba, according to Vital Statistics. The birth certificates that they've been printing. Olivia, apparently, is the most popular girl's name in 2024 in Manitoba. Olivia. Probably because of Olivia Munn. Oh, boy. It was followed by Sophia, probably because of Sofia Vergara. Then Emma. Then Amelia and Lily, all of which were on the list for 2023. New additions included Ivy, Violet, Nora, Ella, and Chloe. Now, when it comes to the boys, the top boy's name was Dipshit, and I don't know how you pronounce that. I think it's German. Dipshit. It was the top boy's name in Manitoba. So, no, of course, I just seen if you're paying attention. Hey, Dipshit, come on over here, Dipshit. Noah is the number one on the boys' list, followed by Theodore and Liam. The three names also made the top 3 spots in 2023. Here are the rest. Levi, like the jeans. Oliver, Lucas, James, Leo, Benjamin, and Luke rounded out the top 10, none of which made the list the year prior. The province said things will probably shift a little bit as they're still calculating some names from the 30th and 31st, obviously. But Noah is the top name in 2024 for babies in Manitoba, and for girls, it was Olivia. There you go. Okay, Ukrainian Christmas, we are off to where? The Canary Islands. The Canary Islands for our first beach break of this first full work week. Let's go to the Canary Islands. This is a place called Porta de la Cruz.
Feeling alive, let's all unite. Good vibes ignite. Happy New Year, some seekers cheer. 2025, it's time to thrive. Let's all sway on this holiday. Dance all day, come on and play. Midnight strikes, hearts on fire. Dreams take flight, reaching higher. Together we sing in this vibrant ring. New year we bring, let joy spring. Happy New Year, some seekers cheer. 2025, it's time to thrive. Let's all sway on this holiday. Dance all day, come on and play. Lights are shining all around. Feel the beat, hear the sound. We're gonna groove Dreams take flight, reaching higher. Together we sing in this vibrant ring. New year we bring, let joy spring. Happy New Year, Sunseekers, cheer. 2025, it's time to thrive.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's our first full week together. Canary Islands, that's a live shot this morning. Pools are pretty sparse. If you've got a winter vacation planned, I bet you are counting down the days. Oh, man, counting down the sleeps until your winter vacation. We have got Riel Day, 42 days away. We've got the spring forward. That's when we change our clocks again. That is 62 days away. St. Patrick's Day is 70 days away. Spring is 75 days. Spring break is 81 days away. And Good Friday is 102 days. Oh, that seems like so long. We'll stick to the double digits. Valentine's Day is the next fun calendar day at 39 days. So get something nice for your sweetheart in advance if you got some money left over from Christmas. Extreme cold warning is in effect. That's for this morning. Should moderate later this morning and early this afternoon. We're at minus 28. It feels like minus 35. At the beach bunker, it's 29. It feels like 33. Not quite as cold as what we had on the weekend. Roads are in good shape this morning. We don't have any issues on our highways, so that's good. But it's the cold, and trying to get things started this morning is going to be a bit of a challenge, and it will likely be that way tomorrow as well. Wednesday looking better, though. High minus 8 and then minus 4 by Thursday. So, this isn't going to last all that long. But, boy, the big weather story this morning for us is the cold, but can you imagine? Oh, man, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, they are not used to this. There's some cars down there not freezing. I don't even think they plug in down there. And unless they've got a Canadian neighbor saying, hey, good day, eh? I just moved here. You should plug your car in, eh? It's supposed to get cold, eh? Or your car won't start, eh? What you talking about, boy? You talk funny. Oh, you should... Yeah, please plug your car in. After all, congratulations on America winning the gold medal in the World Junior Hockey Championships of Hockey last night. Good day, eh? Yeah, how about that? How about that salt in them moons? I saw a post yesterday from Darren that said, okay, can Trump take us over now? Like, seriously, I knew it. I knew it when the World Junior Hockey would fall apart. That's when Canada would finally say, okay, Donald, okay. Let's all become one so we can win at hockey again. Because we're all about the hockey. Canada, all about the hockey. There's the wind chill map this morning, and then let's get you back into the beach bunker here as we get into our fun and frivolity. Good morning, Debbie Kynock. Cindy said, the school bus just came in our yard. Haven't had that in 5 years. Must be a new driver. Or Skip the Dishes came to your area up in the Northland. We've got your sandwich here for you, your breakfast sandwich. It's fantastic. Bob is in Cuba this morning. Good morning, Bob. Hey, this is for those that are from our area and remember a guy by the name of Bob Bruce. He used to be a newsreader on 96 FM. He's in Cuba, enjoying himself in Havana, and shared some of the Sunseeker pictures from Cuba. Oh, that's a great shot of the harbor there. They've still got the missiles from the Cuban Missile Crisis in this area somewhere. Maybe he's going to show them. Oh, I think he went to the bar. And there's some pictures of Havana and stuff going on from Bob's time in Cuba. Beautiful country. Love the old cars. They're everywhere. Big government building with Che Guevara on it. I don't know who that guy is, but he's some kind of government guy. Oh, and there's the Capitol. That's beautiful. It was under construction when I was in Havana, so I never got to look at it quite like that without all the scaffolding in front of it. Absolutely beautiful. Looks like he's had some good weather there too. Super European. If you ever get the chance to go to Havana, Cuba, highly recommend it. Beautiful city, beautiful people, and I think I've never been to Spain. My son has been to Spain, but he tells me based on his pictures in Spain that you can totally tell the huge Spanish influence in Cuba. Look at the architecture; it's just stunning there. Absolutely gorgeous. And some super old buildings. There's the guns pointed at Florida. Okay, Florida, give it your best shot. Beautiful. So, Bob, enjoy Cuba. Thanks for sharing those pictures this morning. And again, if you are going somewhere or you know of somebody that's planning a trip somewhere, or if, by any stretch of the imagination, you get on board an airplane and think, oh, I'm going to take some pictures and throw them up on social media, just give us a quick DM or a note saying, hey, I'm off to Cuba, or tag me or whatever. Send me a DM, just even with one picture, and then we'll just go to your profile, follow along, and we can see what you're up to when you take your warm vacation, because we're the show about food and fun places and the mayhem of life. To the potential resignation of the Prime Minister now, this is the front page news on the Globe and Mail. We'll talk about this just briefly to get some of your thoughts here on what is going to happen. Interestingly enough, CTV did not pick up on this story until first thing this morning. CBC is also not reporting this story. They're just saying, the calls for Trudeau to resign continue, but the Globe and Mail is going all in. They're saying it's happening this week. They're saying they've got 3 sources that they won't name that say that he is going to meet with his immediate staff today, tell them what the game plan is, then he's going to work outwards from there, apparently. So the Prime Minister might be done as of Wednesday. And this is upsetting a lot of people. A lot of people love him, want him to stay, hope that he will. In fact, there's some people that wish that he would just be the Prime Minister forever and ever and ever and ever, kind of like a king. said nobody, anywhere. All it is when can we have a parade? I'm going to troll people today. I think that's going to be what I'm going to do this afternoon for fun. Because you guys know I don't like him. So you'll be safe. But I'll be on there going, he's the best thing that ever happened to our country. Oh, my house will get tomatoed and egged. It'll be hilarious. Loretta says, Missy the cat is on the arm of the couch watching the show today. Hello, kitty, 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 kitty. Donna said, this should have happened sooner. Oh, man. Tanya says, but he'll make sure to stay in power until a new Liberal leader is announced, which could take many months. I hear that banker wants to be the big kahuna now. The world banker. What the heck is his name? He ran the bank for a while. I don't know. I think we just need to kind of change things up. It's 2025. Let's shake it up. Marlene says, I think it's an early April Fool's Day prank. This whole Trudeau might resign by Wednesday. However, there's some people who want to see him really pay dearly politically for what he's done to the country. Chess says, I wish he would stay just so that he could be kicked to the curb and then have to accept some of the blame. Resigning is the easy way out. Polling numbers done last week show that, and this is done by Ipsos Reid, that he wouldn't even win his own seat. So he would be out of a job completely. So it's probably, this really is the only way out. And if you're him, it's kind of you wait to be shown the door when there's really no other options, right? You're just like looking down the hallway and seeing one door. That's it, one door. However, Sterling says this is all a hoax. He's going to stay on. Sterling was like one of the only ones to say that, no, he's going to meet with everybody. He's going to, have a big, hey, how's it going? How was the Christmas? I think I'm going to stick around. Cindy says if I go on there and start trolling people about how much I love Trudeau, you'd get a backlashing for sure. Cindy says, why does the government get such a long Christmas break, really? Well, they're the government. They work so hard. They stand up and they scream at each other for a very long time. You're a bad person. No, you're a bad person. Whew, that was a lot of work. I need 3 months off. Okay. Quentin says, I blame everyone who voted him into 3 terms. They got what they wished for. Absolutely. Mainly Eastern Canada and parts of BC. But I would say, I hope they've learned their lesson, but I don't think so. Because the top person to replace Justin, according again to up-to-date data done on the weekend, Chrystia Freeland. Chrystia Freeland, 20% of Canadians said, I'd vote for the Liberals again if Chrystia gets at the wheel, the one who just resigned. That's like our vice president. She was the deputy prime minister and finance minister. So if she takes over the steering wheel, we're good to go. We'll give them another shot. I'm like, 20% of Canadians need to, they need to just, I don't know. We need to find a way to just fence them off somehow. A non-fatal food poisoning. You know what I mean? Some on election day. Hey, free hot dogs for you from 1965. Have some of these. Have some. Like what? What? It's just been just a giant disaster. JF says we need to take to the streets to celebrate if this actually happens. Hey, Kurt. Good morning. Mark says, you know what? As encouraging as this could be, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, I've got every news source possible open this morning. If the second it happens, I'm going to make sure to post. I'll break into programming. We'll do whatever we have to do to let you know that it's official, that this has happened, because the whole country is waiting. Bradley says his ego won't like that. They'll be lucky to save the party after he's done. He's the head of the snake, but the rest are just as bad. Well, I'm glad that you can see that, Bradley, but you know what? Not all Canadians can, and it is the democracy, and they're allowed to vote, but boy, oh boy, oh boy. And further to Quentin's point, think about this. Think about, who voted NDP and or Liberal. Like, look at how left-wing our country is. We're left-wingers up here. Left-wingers. Can we have some right-wingers? In hockey, you can't just play with left-wingers. You need some centers. You need some right-wingers. You can't just play with the left-wingers. And you need some goalies. And this has been about as much as I know about hockey. You can't ice the puck. Shoot the puck down to ice, slap shot, and then you ice the puck. Derek says the last 2 elections proves they have been fake. It's all fake. Okay, so Derek, you will win me over if just think about this for a second. So say he steps aside. And say someone like Chrystia comes in, or this banker guy. What's his name? I keep forgetting his name, the banker. But if that happens and they win again, then I'm going to actually ask Derek to drop off a nice big roll of tinfoil at my house, because I really don't know. It's not like I don't know anybody that doesn't like the Liberals, but I can't see that happening. Like, the polling says no. Everyone I've talked to says no. All my circles say no. Donald Trump says no. Everyone says no. So if it's yes, then yeah, okay. I'll get my little tinfoil hat on. I'll come along with you, because they're done. They are completely done. Ryan says Christia's even worse. Mr. Speaker. She's got a really easy impersonation to do. She'd be fun to make fun of. Mr. Speaker, I have something I want to say. Mr. Speaker, I think that we like spending money, and the kids should disconnect their Disney Plus to save some money, and that will Cindy says, truth be told, I think Wob is doing a good job for the most part. 2025 prediction. I agree. 2024 was a great year for our premier. We're talking a little more politics than I like, but we'll get this done and we'll move on. 2024 was Wob's year. 2025 will not be. Big cracks behind the scenes that are going to start showing in 2025. We're seeing it with healthcare. Just buckle up. Wait. And you know what? It happens with every party, every politician. It doesn't even matter. But yes, Wob had a good year. 2024 was a pretty solid year for our premier. But he's got some big problems coming in 2025. Big challenges. And healthcare is the first one. We got some serious issues. You know what I'm talking about. Molly says, real question, what if the next guy is just as bad, if not worse? And that could happen. Very much could happen. I love the saying that politics is like crapping your pants and changing your shirt. Love that saying because it really is true. Derek says, Christia is a third-generation German Nazi potentially. Well, I know, actually, I believe that her grandfather did fight for, now I can't be sure about that. But hey, you know what, Derek? I actually worked with a guy. He was a producer at one of the radio stations I worked at, German guy, and his great-grandfather fought with the Nazis. I mean, it was a different time. One of the nicest guys you'd ever know. I mean, it was, and I'm not trying to defend Chrystia Freeland. I still find her repulsive. And Mr. Speaker, Tiff Macklem. No, what the heck is... Oh, Carney. Mark Carney. That's it. Sorry. Thanks, Ryan. You triggered it, though. Mark Carney. So Mark Carney ran the Bank of Canada for a while. He ran it when the Americans were going through their problems in 2008. Mark Carney in Canada helped steer the banking system here, and at the time was hailed as kind of a pretty smart guy. And really, sorry, my opinion now, he didn't have as much to do with it as the actual banking system in Canada, which is set up differently than in most countries in kind of a very conservative, I don't want to get too deep into that. But anyway, he was at the helm when Canada did a pretty good job, whereas the Americans kind of went off that cliff in 2008. They were subprime mortgaging, and it was a mess. So everyone's like, hey, who's that guy that's steering the bus when we did okay? Well, that's Mark Carney. And then actually he went off to England. He became he ran the bank in the Bank of England. So Bank of Canada, Bank of England, he's on Wall Street. He's like a pretty financially smart guy. But can he run a country? I don't know. You know what you know what I think the litmus test is, and you can prove me wrong on this. There's a video going around, several videos of Justin Trudeau's mom. Now, there's countless ones of his dad because his dad was Prime Minister of Canada, but the videos going around about Justin's mom, she is a free spirit kind of, I would go out on a limb and call her a bit of a wingnut. She's a bit of a wingnut to me. That seems like a very nice person. But I think what should happen is it's incredibly important, or maybe I just haven't put enough importance in it. Where do these people come from? Who are their parents? What's the history of where they come from? And of course, we focused on Justin's dad. And I watched videos of his dad, and as unpopular as he was well spoken. He could actually communicate quite effectively what it was he wanted to do, whether you agree or disagree. And I'm thinking to myself, God, where did this come off the rails? And then I watched the videos of his mom. And I'm like, okay. I see where I totally, especially, some of these videos that were recorded in the late 70s when she wasn't with Justin's dad anymore. It's like, okay. How are the kids brought up? Because the philosophies that go into the kids are the ones that they're going to bring to the table when they run the country or the province or the state or the president or whatever. I don't know. So I think it's important to know the history of the people that you're voting for. Derek says, truth be known, the Liberals sold our country out. Well, here's the thing. I just want it to be run properly. I'd like to have Manitoba run properly. These people need to run things properly. That's all. It's a pretty easy job. We vote you in, run it properly. That's it. But apparently that is tremendously easier said than done. And we'll have to see what happens. And the second we get any word of whether Justin is here or gone, we will be sure to jump in and let you know. Okay, Skydancer Casino. Hey, congratulations again to Jenna Smith, who won tickets on our show last week. Jenna is going to be joining us at the Skydancer Casino to see Joe Nichols next month. God, when we announced the show, February 15th felt like so far away. But you know what? In just over a month, we'll be once again at the Skydancer Casino in Belcourt, North Dakota to see Joe Nichols in concert. That is going to be a fun show. Praying for awesome driving weather. It's 90 minutes south of Brandon in Belcourt, North Dakota. Again, I ask about the $100 at par when you're a member of the Players Club, okay? So even though there's these fluctuations in the U.S. dollar, $100 at par, Skydancer Casino. Go to the Players Club, ask about it, tell them Tyler sent you, and they will fill you in on all the details. Become a member of the Players Club, and we'll see Joe Nichols on February 15th. Of course, we've got Lil Jon coming, and we've also got Tracy Bird will be performing in November. Talk about feeling far off. Man, I bet you that concert's going to be coming quick, too. SkydancerCasino.com, and give them a follow on their social media channels, too. Headley's Health Hut is got Win Back Wednesday coming up this Wednesday. Actually, it's the first Win Back Wednesday of the new year. Of course, they are Westman's #1 store for vitamins, herbs, local products, clean beauty, sugar-free, gluten-free. They're the exclusive retailer of Joe's gluten-free goodies, from cookies to pierogies. Hey, if you want to celebrate Ukrainian Christmas and you're thinking, where am I going to get gluten-free pierogies? Spread the word. Headley's Health Hut has got a great selection of gluten-free stuff. I'm seeing it on social media all the time. Where do I get gluten-free this or gluten-free that? Headley's Health Hut. Spread the word. All right, and Win Back Wednesdays, what that's all about is coming up on this Wednesday. You can win back up to $500 in receipts. So just go and do your shopping on Wednesday for a chance to win your money back, actually. They're Brandon Votes 2024 Health Food Store and Health Supplement Store of the Year at 1314 Richmond Avenue. If you can find Murray GM on Richmond, you'll find our friends at Headley's Health Hut. And our friends at Auto Fashion. As the new year starts, hopefully your vehicle is all ready to go to take the kids to school or off to Grandma and Grandpa's house, and you don't have too much trash, garbage, salt, soot, sand, junk in the car. If you do, though, remember our friends at Auto Fashion, because they do a great job of detailing. And if you've purchased a vehicle that you want to make sure is protected, they'll take care of the coating and protections as well at Auto Fashion at 255 17th Street North behind Lee's Buffet. And keep in mind, they do hail damage repair, SGI, MPI accredited. Just look for the big green A's, again, behind Lee's Buffet at 255 17th Street North. Zumba Bernice says, congratulations, Jenna. Have fun at the concert. She apparently is a cowboy boot, cowgirl, what are the cowboy boot, let me try this again. She is a cowboy boot, cowgirl hat, or they're cowgirl boots, cowgirl hat type of fan. She likes the boots and hats. That's what I should have just said. My brain is frozen. Minus 28 feels like minus 35. It's going to be fun. They always have a great time. And you know what? We've got another pair of tickets we're going to give away in the month of January, and we got another pair right before the show. So more chances for you to win, more freebies on the way, courtesy of our friends at Skydancer Casino. So before we have to jump off and say farewell to our friends on the social media channels, I want to talk a bit about the Golden Globe Awards. Did anybody watch the Golden Globes last night? We're going to play a little bit of Demi Moore's acceptance speech. If you saw Demi Moore at the Golden Globe Awards last night, I actually had to look up how old she is. Like, she's in that movie. She's in the movie about the, what is it? The elixir that keeps Hollywood youth young. What was it called? The Substance. Now I'm thinking to myself, is she using the substance? She was stunning. Absolutely incredible. Like, just your typical, it was kind of nice to see a bona fide Hollywood superstar that, you know, we'd seen in the 80s and the 90s and 2000s. Remember, she was in Ghost with Patrick Swayze. And she got, what she said was her first award last night. And she's 62 years old. Like, are you kidding me right now? 3 years away, if she was living in this country, she would be already collecting her early Canada pension. Holy crap! Demi, hi, I'm Demi Moore, collecting my early Canada pension. Are you kidding me right now?
Yes, Tyler. I am just 3 years away from collecting my full Canada pension if I was Canadian.
Holy shit. Yikes. But you know what? This is what you can have when you live in a climate that is inhabitable. Number one, she's lived in Southern California her entire life. Never gets cold. It's always warm. You can always be out walking. You can always be outside doing things. Of course, she's got a personal trainer, personal dietitian, personal, plastic surgeon consultant, personal this, personal that, blah, blah, blah. It is possible if you've got millions of dollars and lots of time and lots of help. But boy, yeah, she had a really nice speech. We'll play for you next hour on the show. And we'll take a real quick look at some of the crazier outfits, some of the crazier costumes. They say that the worst dressed celebrities, I don't think they're terribly dressed. I think that it's rather interesting. Actually, I don't know why even Ariana Grande made this list. She looked cute. I don't know why she would be classified as worst dressed. Nothing wrong with that. Andrew Scott in a blue suit. Kind of reminds me a bit of Dumb and Dumber a little bit, that blue. Cynthia Ervio. Well, that is, I don't know what to say about that. It's interesting. It's a dress. It's interesting. This is Heather McMahon. She looks nice. I don't know what's wrong with that. Why would she make the list? That's another one that's not totally out there. Jeremy Strong. I don't know what it is with these pastel blues. But his sunglasses match the hat. You got to give him credit. His sunglasses match the hat, match the suit. It's a matching ensemble. Matching ensemble. Gia Coppola. Very basic, but nothing wrong with that. I don't know why these are the worst dressed. I could find why. Because they're somewhat traditional. Kerry Washington looks nice. How warm are those gloves, though? Oh, she's from The Bear. I can't pronounce her name. Ayo Edabiri. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay. Melissa McCarthy at the Golden. Look at her. So delightful. So flowery. So pink. Ali Wong. Oh, it's kind of like, looks like a walking pinata, actually. It looks like the pinata stuff going on. Ellie Fanning. Looks very nice, somewhat traditional. Nikki Glazer hosted the show. Very elegant dress. I don't know why these would... What do you mean worst dressed? However, this has me wanting to play a game of checkers. Hey, Eddie, did you bring the checkers with you to the show? This is... also, it reminds me of the tablecloth that you would have at a picnic. It's the picnic tablecloth suit. Oh, Glenn Close, somebody wrote on Glenn Close's dress. Booze in the back, Moet Champagne for the Hollywood stars. Kerry Russell. She is Luke Skywalker's adopted sister. That is a Star Wars dress. And Kelty Knight. Boy, when you take pictures of her and the flash goes off, all you see is just this bright light bouncing back into your camera. Fun stuff at the Golden Globes last night. Hey, we got to move the party over to Twitch. More Golden Globe stuff coming up on the show. Also, the trick that'll get your bag off the carousel at the airport before anybody else. Don't share this trick with anybody. We've got that coming up amongst a whole bunch of other stuff. Hey, happy Monday to you, TikTok. Thanks for being here for hour one of the show. We're moving over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. And again, the show comes in podcast form around noonish, between noon and 1 p.m. Central, wherever you get your podcasts. Have a great day, TikTok. Catch you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Stay warm, you guys. Cold again tomorrow morning. Have a great Monday. Tickety-tockety, 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 boo. Will TikTok see the end of the month? I don't know. Everyone's holding their breath. A betting man would say probably. Trump seems to like it. He thinks that it helped him win the election, so he's going to find a way to try and keep it in the United States. Kevin O'Leary might be buying it. We'll have to wait and see. YouTube, thank you. Have a great day. We're moving over to Twitch, okay? Also, thank you, X. Elon